These are sacred grounds. My sacred grounds. They are not meant for the living. Are you the one who disturbs our rest? Where did you get those? Those are mine! None may touch those save for me. That blade, that hilt, that pommel. To hold them again. Please, give them to me. Ah, yes, my precious sword. To wield it again would feel so good. I should never have shattered it. I must make it whole again. I must. Why do you have these? What did you want with them? Regret. The sword was my favorite possession. My best friend. And with it, I subjugated these lands. But in the process, I left my family unprotected. My sweet little girl was killed. I couldn't live with it. I shattered the blade in my grief. Mira? You saw my Mira? My poor sweet child. I wronged her so. I worried that her spirit would not rest. I wanted to seek her out. I have been unable to enter her tomb, though. I did. Since the day I discovered what had happened, all I wanted was to beg her forgiveness. Even more than I wanted this damn sword. Perhaps now, though, perhaps I can make amends. Perhaps I can show her how sorry I am. You can help me. You can show her. You can tell her how sorry I am. If she sees the sword, she will... maybe she will understand. Please, I beg you, give my daughter the sword. Yes, please do. Here, take it. Perhaps it will allow her to rest. Perhaps it will allow me to rest.
I should curse you, mortal, for disturbing our rest, but my spirit has never been at peace. I've walked these ruins for centuries, cursing the king's name. My father in name, but never in action. He left me here to die. Actions speak louder than words. My father was always quick to make promises, but in the end, when it mattered, he was away at war when I needed him most. An apology can't change that. His sword? His most prized possession? His most sacred treasure? He never even let anyone touch it. Is this how he hopes to find redemption? Give it to me. I would like nothing more than to destroy it. Then why have you come here? To mock my pain? The living have no concept of how the restless dead suffer. Be gone, then. I should curse you, mortal, for actions speak louder than words. His sword? Thank you. His connection to the sword is so strong, I can sense his energy. I remember, there was a time when I was a little girl and he made me feel safe. I could at least speak to him, I suppose.
I would give it all, Mira. The sword, the keep, the kingdom. All of it for you.
I forgive you, Father.
My sword is again broken, but this time for good, and for good purpose. She has forgiven me. You have healed a wound that was centuries old. Even the greatest empire is a desolate domain without the ones you love. I never learned that lesson in life, but I hope you have. May the Eight be with you, young traveler.
It was a trap. They knew we would come. It was a trap. They knew we were coming. The Supernal Dreamers. Master Musgu said they were up to no good, and he was right. He and Brother Gerard are fighting them off. I ran to get help. Can you save them?
should have fought harder. I should have protected Master Muzgu. It's the Supernal Dreamers. They've opened a portal to Oblivion in Maw Cave. That's where those scamps came from. And we came here to close it. It was a trap. The Dreamers wanted Master Muzgu for some reason. And now they've got him. They're trying to open more portals here and there. We need to stop that. But I have to go try to save Master Muzgu. Can you kill some scamps and hurl their heads into the nascent portals? The magical feedback should shut them down. It's simple transliminal metaphysics. The scamps just came here through another portal from Quagmire, Vermina's realm, so they're still charged with positive creatia. Got that? So, to open their portals, the Supernal Mages are channeling negative dismay waves from the dreaming cultists. Positive Scamphead meets negative dismay, and poof! Anything else? I need to rescue Master Muzgu. I'm a Spirit Warden from Pariah Abbey, just west of here. We protect Stormhaven from unseen threats. Nasty things from Vermina's realm of nightmare. We act in Azura's name. They're badly misguided people who worship Vermina, the Daedric Prince of Nightmares. And that's what the Master says. I don't think they're misguided. I think they're rotten. And I'm going to kill the ones who took Muzgu. Remember, throw the...
Tevelai know no honor. Hunexi and Medric will test their strength, not yours. Nothing you can do will end this.
I need healing! Azura, this is bad. While I was fighting my way in, the cultists performed a ritual on Muzgu. He's partially possessed by a Daedric spirit. He's stuck in a terrible dilemma. He insists I should return alone to Pariah Abbey, but I can't just leave him. Please, talk to him. He's mad if he thinks I'll leave here without him. There's something he's not telling me. To Quagmire, realm of the Daedric Prince Vermina, Queen of Nightmares. Believe me, she means the mortals of this plane nothing but ill.
It claws at me from within. It wants to get out. Bless you. But neither of you needed to risk your lives for me. What I need is strength of will. I need you to kill me. The Supernal Dreamers performed a ritual. They summoned the Daedric spirit and bound it within me. My brother Durak taught me to contain the spirit temporarily, but it's gaining strength. I can't hold out much longer. I'm a powerful spirit warden. If the Daedric spirit possesses me, it will combine my power with its own. I would become a danger to everyone in Stormhaven. You need to kill me before that happens. No. If I leave this gate to Quagmire, the spirit will take me. Unless... I suppose I could force the spirit out of me and into a dreaming cultist. It's not as certain, but it could work. Very well. I'll contain the Daedra as long as I can. Take a scroll of dream trapping from the rock over there, and use it on a sleeping cultist to bind him to your will. Then you can lead him back here. What's going on? Where are you taking me?
I need aid!
Please, I don't understand. I was...
Everything is ready, but I must be certain. When I expel this Daedra, it will be drawn into the cultist, and he will die. Are you sure you're willing to sacrifice this man? Very well. This cultist will take my place, and be infused with the Daedric spirit. We'll expel the Daedra, draw the cultist into ritual circle. After the Daedric spirit consumes its victim, it will return to Quagmire. Follow the spirit through the portal to Quagmire, kill the Daedra there, then return. Ready? What? A fresh meal. Prepare to die. Praise Azura! You survived! The Daedra is no more. I owe my life to you. You'll still have to fight your way out, but once I'm confident no trace of the Daedra remains, Gerard and I will disperse the cultists and return to Pariah Abbey.
In need?
They say you are the one who fight. Step right up and see.
You really believe that? She's a Knight of the Flame. There's no way she was working with the slavers.
Then why'd the constable have her locked up? You don't have an answer for that, do you?
I don't understand the constable's
This is
reasoning.
insane! I've committed
I
no
have
crime!
Enough sense to realize that something's not right here.
Whoever you are, you've got to help me. I know what this looks like, but I can assure you, I have committed no crime. The local constable is apparently 2 arrows shy of a quiver. The town was attacked by slavers, and he's accused me of being involved. I am a Knight of the Flame for Mara's sake, sent here to help secure the village. Just that I arrived in town right before the attack. It's absurd! Nerves are on edge at the castle, so I was sent to help protect the village. A messenger should have arrived ahead of me, but Constable Pascal says he never received the message. I'm glad you came along. The constable's down by the docks. If he won't listen to reason, try to find the messenger from Alcaire Castle. He can explain everything. If you can get me released, the Knights of the Flame will be in your debt. I can't imagine who would do such a thing. If that is the case, though, someone needs to send word to the Knights of the Flame at Alcaire Castle. Indeed, all kinds of rumors, spies at court, an attempt on the Duchess's life, an army of Red Guards with orders to storm the castle. Sir Hughes, the head of the Knights of the Flame, sent me here to make sure the village remains secure. The Knights of the Flame are sworn to defend Stormhaven from any who would do harm to the Bretons. But our primary duty is to protect the royal family. High King Emeric, of course, and his brother, Duke Nathaniel, at Alcaire Castle to the north.
Lucas! Lucas! My poor little baby. All alone out there. If you're leaving the village, if you could please look out for my son. With these slavers about, I'm afraid something terrible has happened. Breakfast. I made his favorite. Biscuits and jam. Then he went out to play. That good-for-nothing deputy won't even go look for him. But the slavers could have shipped Lucas off to Morrowind by now. He says that securing the town comes first, but the town seems perfectly secure to me. Someone has to help my baby. If you find Lucas, I'll be eternally grateful. He's just an innocent boy. In a minute, I'll have to go get dinner ready, but I'm going to keep his plate warm. Sometimes he goes fishing on the beach just south of the village. He wears his little boots. Oh, my poor little boy. Please find him. You have to.
to flank!
God strike you! Couldn't you have just waited 5 more minutes? The slavers outside the tent were talking about where their base of operations is. Then they got interrupted. I'm guessing they saw you. My mom sent you, didn't she? Exactly. My mother's a little overprotective. She still tries to tuck me into bed at night. It's embarrassing. And now she's messed up the whole plan. I actually came here to spy on the slavers. Anything and everything. With Constable Pascal acting strange, Deputy Lyric and I took the initiative. I may not have heard where their base of operations is, but there are plans for some other attack floating around the camp. You did? Well, then I guess we can consider this operation a success. If you haven't already, we just need to get those plans to Deputy Lyric in the village. I guess I should go reassure my mother. Get those plans back as fast as you can. May the Eight protect. As embarrassing as...
Praise the Eight! I know. The signal fire is out. There's nothing I can do, though. I had just stepped outside to relieve myself, and all these slavers came out of nowhere. How was I to stop them? I'm a lighthouse keeper, not a soldier. Slavers stormed the lighthouse and put out the signal fire. I couldn't figure out why. Then I realized it's a trap. They wait for ships to crash on the rocks so they can loot the cargo and capture the crew. One ship already crashed. And we need to do it fast. Problem is, the slavers took the focusing crystals and all my oil. Some of it is still on the island, but they also put some on their ship. I don't think the slavers knew what to do with the focusing crystals. Those may be close by. But the oil, they probably took that on board their ship. If you can recover the supplies, I'll be ready to relight the fire. Godspeed to you, my friend. When the slavers first stormed the lighthouse, I swam over to the beach and ran into the woods. Later, I saw the signal fire was out, so I snuck back. I've been hiding here ever since.
So much to do.
Where is that failed Sword Saint now? Brooding in some sandy cave on the edges of oblivion. Like all worldly things, you will in time wear and be used up.
Ha ha! You'll fetch a pretty penny in Balmora?
The focusing crystals are in place, and we have the oil. There's a sight for sore eyes, and surely a guiding light for any ships coming into port. You saved the lives of a lot of sailors. I'm just hoping there was only one ship that crashed on the rocks. I could lose my job over this. If anyone asks, I hope you'll tell them it wasn't my fault.
By Moloch. What now?
You did it. You even got him home in time for dinner. It weighs heavily on a mother's heart to worry about her son. I can't thank you enough. I'll never forget what you've done for us. I hope someday my little Lucas grows up to be like you.
They say someone brought High King Emric back from the dead. From the dead? I don't know.
I heard someone was down there teaching the slavers a lesson. I'm guessing you're that someone. Any signs they're planning something else? They attacked the lighthouse, but why? That doesn't make any sense. Can I see these plans? They put out the lighthouse signal fire so ships would crash on the rocks. Damn it. That could have been much worse, I'm sure. I'm glad you were able to stop them. Thank you for letting us know.
I'm really scared.
You're welcome to Koglin Village, traveler, but you'll have to excuse me. No time for idle chat. The town's been attacked by slavers, and to make matters worse, they had help from people we would have expected to be on our side. Exactly. Everyone is all worked up because she's claiming to be a Knight of the Flame. I give her credit for a brilliant disguise, but I wasn't born yesterday. You didn't fall for her cockamamie story, did you? Again, a very convenient lie. There was a messenger from the castle here, but he didn't say anything to me. He was over there by the warehouse when the slavers attacked. Those fancy clothes made him a target. They took him captive. The Dunmer crept up from the south and attacked in the dark. They killed the watchguard, but not before he sounded the alarm. We reacted fast. I had an uneasy feeling, so we were on alert. Lost a few good men, but the Dunmer lost more. It's possible, but we cornered most of the cowards and cut them down. The last dozen or so barricaded themselves in the warehouse. Current plan is just to starve them out. If your messenger's alive, though, they've got him in there. Be my guest. Just don't expect any help from the guard. The slavers are like rats, quick to scurry back into a hole. But they fight nasty when they're cornered. The Dunmer crept up from the south and attacked in the dark. They killed the watchguard, but not before he sounded the alarm. We reacted fast. I had an uneasy feeling, so we were on alert. Lost a few good men. The Dunmer lost more. It's possible, but we cornered most of the cowards and cut them down. The last dozen or so barricaded themselves in the warehouse. Current plan is to just starve them out. If your messenger's alive, though, they've got him in there.
Oh, you startled me.
Getting hungry yet? Just try to get out of there. I dare you.
From the sides!
deputy seemed pretty edgy. I think something is going to happen soon.
Really? Didn't you say that the last time you came by?
I'm telling you, I think this is it. There's been some stranger around offering to help. Things are going to happen.
It's about time. I assume the Duke sent you? I am his personal messenger, you know. Well, what are you waiting for? Untie me! I had a message for the constable. Not that it's any business of yours. Sir Hughes of the Knights of the Flame sent me with clear orders. The message is for the constable's ears only. No, please, I'll tell you. Not like it's a really important secret or anything. Sir Hughes just takes himself a little too seriously. The message was just that Dame Dabienne of the Knights of the Flame was coming to help with security. No, I never got the chance. I had to talk to my friend first. Well, I didn't have to, I suppose. Anyways, that's when the slavers attacked. Will you untie me now? I'll go talk to the constable right away.
I wouldn't feed your corpses to my dog.
So when are they going to give us the word? I want to get those bastards. The aid to save me.
This young man is lucky to be alive, though I'm not sure he realizes it. He told me about the message from the castle. The whole thing just seems a little too convenient, though, doesn't it? I can't release Dame Dabienne. Not yet. My duty is to ensure the safety of this village, and my gut's telling me that she's part of the threat. Too many coincidences. If we can get the village secure, we can revisit the matter. Right now, I need to deal with this ship. The slavers are on board. The captain claims he's not with them, but I know the truth. He's asking me to send the town guard to help him clear the slavers from below decks. It's clearly some kind of trap, and we're not falling for it. He's not, but even if he was, it wouldn't be my problem. My duty is to the village, not his ship. Bottom line, he needs to turn his ship around and head back out to sea. If not, we'll just sink it right here. That'll solve his slaver problem. You do that. Soon as we can ensure the town's in no immediate danger, we can talk about releasing your friend from the stocks.
really scared.
In all my years sailing these seas, I've never received such ill treatment in a friendly port. My men lie here bleeding on deck, and we are refused aid. This man they call Constable is the son of a dog. Or did he change his mind? I'd sooner eat sand than do business with these Dunmer swine. I have explained this. Last night was dark. When I realized there was no beacon to mark the shore, I dropped anchor. The slavers came in longboats. They caught us unawares. It was a daring battle. The slavers outnumbered us 10 to 1, but we'd planned for this. We lured them below decks and sealed the hatch. Many men were lost, though. We here on deck are all that remain, and we need aid. Can you help us? Yes, of course. I would gladly give my ledger over, but unfortunately it is below decks. This is why I've asked the constable to assist us in eliminating these Dunmer dogs, but he has refused. I'm afraid we're at a stalemate in this respect. You are brave, perhaps even a little foolhardy, but I like you. Though I fear for your safety down there, I will not stand in your way. If you return with the ledger, I will be forever in your debt.
The constable says be ready. He's got a plan.
What is it?
The captain still refuses to leave? All right, then we'll do this the hard way. I'll call together the rest of the guard. You have the ship's ledger? The captain said it was lost below decks. I'll have to study this, but I'll be honest, I'm extremely skeptical this will prove anything completely. No, I'm sorry, we just can't take that risk. I dreamed about all of this, you see. The slavers, the ship, the knight, they were all working together. Even the blacksmith. I've known her for years. Yes, Sabisa the blacksmith too. And I don't care how it sounds. Defending the village is the highest priority, and we need weapons for that. Sabisa is refusing to supply us. She's leaving me no option but to have her arrested. Actually, I'd prefer you didn't. I appreciated your objectivity at first, but I must admit I am beginning to question your intentions. I'd prefer if you simply left town. You don't know what you're talking about. Paranoid. If you saw what I saw, I dreamed about this. Every last detail. You think that was just a coincidence? No way.
Step right up and see the... Step right up and see...
If Constable Pascal sent you here with orders to open the forge, you can just turn around and head right back out the door. That man has no right to order me around, and I'm not about to issue weapons for his witch hunt. Arrest me? That beef-witted bastard! To think I even cooked that man breakfast. What in oblivion's gotten into him? First he arrests a Knight of the Flame, and now me? We were friends for years, and then one night... Well, I guess you don't need the details. For a month or two, I thought we had something. Then he just broke it off. Wouldn't even let me in his house to talk. He acted like I had betrayed him. He did? He was having trouble sleeping. You know, I saw one of those weird cult members leaving his house. The Supernal Dreamers. You don't think that has anything to do with this? Good idea. Perhaps there's some indication of why Pascal's behaving this way. He's just not himself. I'll talk to some of the other townspeople. I bet some of them have noticed his behavior as well.
Pascal's dreams are mine.
Turns out that almost everyone in town thinks Pascal's been acting strange, even the guards. Did you find anything that explains his behavior? Oh, my poor little Pascal. What a mess you've made. One thing's for sure. We need to put an end to all these wicked accusations he's been making. Indeed. As I said, even the town guards knew something was amiss. I told them to be ready. I suppose Pascal will probably have to be restrained. Oh well. Best thing for unpleasant work is just to get it over with. Let's go.
Oh, my aching neck. I haven't been this sore in years. Oh, but freedom sure does feel good. This situation was more dangerous than I realized. You went way beyond the call of duty here, friend. I can't adequately express my gratitude.
I'm all confused.
Not as glad as I am, believe me. It seems I'll need to take over security here in the village, and with those slavers out there, I need to get busy. First, though, I'm gonna see if someone around here can give me a massage.
This is bad. This is all bad. What's happening to us?
This is outrageous. I am your constable.
Serves you right for accusing innocent people.
I hate to say it, but I told you so. You should have listened to me.
I don't care if the constable was brainwashed by some cult.
I don't understand.
I still say there's
Why are you
something
doing this?
suspicious about that woman.
I'm your friend.
I wouldn't say it too loud if I were you.
Give him to the
There's another set of
slavers.
stocks right there next to the constable.
When I'm free, there will be an accounting.
Not so fine, are you now?
I'm right, you know. You'll see. When they plunder our town.
Serves you right for accusing innocent people.
I hate to say it, but I told you so. You should have listened.
Out of my way. I'm getting out of here. I wouldn't go up there if I were you. The entire farm's been burned down. Scamps are everywhere. And Mr. Norin, he's gone missing. We woke up this morning and the farm was on fire. Smoke everywhere. It was the Scamps. They're all over the place. I would have left right away, but we couldn't find Mr. Norin. He hadn't been the perfect boss, but I didn't want to leave him. Yes, Mrs. Norin and Gunnis. They won't give up, but we've been looking all day. He's gone, probably dead, and I'm not sticking around to join him. If you want to help, talk to Mrs. Norin.
Fire, scamps, William disappears, and now strangers on the property. The farmhands all gave up. Maybe I need to give up too. The farm's lost, and my sweet William. Sorry, hero. You're too late to save the day this time. Look around, the farm is in ashes. My daughter Gunnis and I stayed only to search for my husband, but at this point, I think we have to assume he was killed in the fire. If you want to waste your time, I won't argue, but we're packing up and leaving. My daughter Gunnis is over there sifting through the ashes. Would you mind telling her to come back to the house?
This doesn't make sense. There has to be something, anything, some sign of what happened to my father. Can you help me? Can you help me sift through these ashes? How can she say that? How could she leave without him? She can give up if she wants to, but I won't. Not until I know for sure. I still haven't searched everywhere. Will you help me? I don't just believe, I know. My mother is just not thinking clearly. We haven't even checked all the buildings. I've actually been putting off the northern barn. It creeps me out. I'll go talk some sense into my mother, but could you check it? Mother? Is that you? Oh, you came back. You have to help me. Some creepy guy was here, and then my mother tied me up, locked the door, and they left. Can you get me out? I think she wrapped it up in a piece of bacon and fed it to one of those scamps. That's what it sounded like, at least. Mother? Is that you? Thank the eight you came back. Do you know what's going on? Some creepy man named Sensualist was here, and then my mother tied me up and left. No, she just said it was for my own good. Then something about a dream and my dad. I don't understand. Who was that man, and why did my mother tie me up? A cult? What cult? You don't mean... Oh no, my dad! She said something about him and a sacrifice he had to make. The man said they were going up the hill to the west. Please, you have to go after them. Yes, please, and then go find my dad. I'll meet you outside.
Fan out!
Where's Gunny's? I have to find her.
You are an unnaturally incredible hero among heroes. You saved my dad. I feel like I should be sad because of my mother, but I just can't help it. I'm so happy. Thanks to you. It's hard to look around here and feel safe, but I do, especially since you're here. When we rebuild the farm, I think I'll build a statue in your honor. And put it right over there.
Do you think I shared a bed with that woman and she nearly killed me? I suppose she may have been under the influence of that crazy cultist, Sentulus. That reminds me, I hate to ask anything else of you, but I think there may still be some danger. Well, the scamp's running around here for one thing. But I have reason to believe there could be worse things coming if we don't act fast. That crazy Sentulus was telling Rosalie about these portals he had opened up around the farm. My thoughts exactly, and I'd like to go out and do it myself. I wouldn't want Gunny's to lose both her parents. I think it might be smarter if you go, if you're willing, that is.
Over here! Praise Akatosh. You'd be amazed how many people just walk by a fellow in dire circumstances. My sister and I were visiting our aunt's farm when the whole place went to oblivion in an oat basket. Crazy cultists and Daedra are killing everyone. Not a soul. I don't think there's any hope of saving the farm. My aunt, my cousin, I think they may be dead. I just want to get my sister and go home to Camlorn. Is that so much to ask? But my sister is too scared. She won't come. She's locked herself up in the house we were staying in. I knocked on the door. I even begged her to come. You think you could try to persuade her? Her name is Marlene. Thank you. I was beginning to lose faith. So many selfish people just walk by, abandoning me and my sister to fate. If you can just convince her to leave the house, then she and I can get out of here and go back to Camlorn. I don't know. To tell you the truth, I'm not even that close to my aunt. My parents just sent us here to work the farm for a season. If you want to search for my aunt, that would be great. But I just want to get my sister and go home. I know. They're terrible, aren't they? That's another reason why I just want to go back to Camlorn. People are nicer there, I think.
Were those Daedra death screams I heard? Music to my ears. Were those Daedra death screams I heard? Music to my ears. And you destroyed those damnable portals too. I think now we'll be safe. It's hard to believe that someone I don't even know would go so far out of their way to help us. There's hope now, at least. Thank you.
Could you please untie me? It's good that you've come along, friend. The Van family is in dire need of aid. If you could untie me, we could have a more civil conversation. The Supernal Dreamers. I should have seen this coming, but I failed, and I need your help to set matters straight. The Dreamers have captured Ingrid Van, the owner of this farm, and I fear they have dark plans for her. I'm certainly eager to explain the situation further, but do you think we could continue the conversation over by the bridge? Come with me to the bridge. We can speak safely there. Perhaps we can now have a civil conversation. I'm Perry, Brother Perry, traveling through Alcair on my...
You'd have to walk off.
Perhaps we can now have a civil conversation. They serve Vermina, the Daedric Prince of Nightmares. I know this because I am an initiate at Pariah Abbey. We knew the Dreamers were active in Alcair, but their intentions for Ingrid Van suggest a more aggressive plan than we imagined. The Abbey is home to the Spirit Wardens, devoted to Azura, Queen of Dawn and Dusk. Yes, we are a cult, but King Emmerich makes allowances because Azura is benevolent. Vermina is not, as her intentions with Ingrid Van make clear. Vermina is the most horrid of Daedric princes. Dreams and nightmares are her dark domain. Whatever her agenda on our plane may be, you can trust it is not good. The Supernal Dreamer's intentions with Ingrid Van make that clear. The Supernal Dreamers have put her into an enchanted sleep, tied down in front of a portal, undoubtedly from Vermina's dark domain. They will summon a Daedric spirit to inhabit Ingrid's body. You need to break the enchantment to free her. It will not be easy, and you will need to move quickly, but it can be done. You will need to reverse the Daedric ritual, which will require gathering a few somewhat grisly items. Then you must follow the directions exactly to break the spell. I'm afraid I would only be a liability in a fight. I can, however, offer you my amulet for some assistance, but you will still need to gather the items. You will need to acquire the hearts of 2 different Daedra. A Scamp and a Dremora should do. Then find my ritual candle in the Van's barn. Take the items to where Ingrid lies in the Stonebridge Mill, and there you will perform the ritual. Offer the Dremora heart first to summon the Dark Spirit. Then light the ritual candle to enchant it. And finally, offer the Scamp heart to dispel it. Memorize this, for it must be done in this order. When one meddles in such dark practices, anything is possible.
Are there any more scamps down there? Bring them on, I say. Scamp Killer is my middle name. I could still...
My husband's a little hard of hearing. Not quite in touch with reality either. He thinks he killed that scamp, but it was actually our cat. Bless his heart, though. He certainly means well. Just play along, if you will. Oh, yes. Lived here all our lives. Our daughter Ingrid took over the farm a few years ago. Between you and me, she does a better job. Then our granddaughter Rosen lives here, and our other grandchildren Finis and Marlene are visiting. Oh, you're so young. You must not have children of your own. Older parents eventually realize that you just can't afford to spend all your time worried about the kids and the grandkids. I have enough to worry about with Gerode.
Oh, is this the real world? Or is this yet another trick? I will not let the darkness in. Wait. This is real, isn't it? You're real. Was it you who woke me? Then I am indebted to you, stranger. Oh, that nightmare. I thought I would be stuck there forever. Wait, what about Rosen? Was that real, or was it just a dream? Where is she? Do you know? I think it was real. You have to help me! My daughter. And if they've harmed one hair, I'll salt all Tamriel with their blood. I just have to find her. There was something in the dream, a cultist standing over Rosen reading a scroll. It's on Nightmare Crag. Out of my way. Then you have to go. They're doing the same thing to her they wanted to do to me, but worse. There's something about that scroll. Please, get that scroll and find a way to pull her back. You have to! Please, please, her.
She lives? My vessel is not prepared? Then you will be my vessel.
My mother. She was in the dream too. Is she... I have to get home. Surely the Eight sent you to save us. Me, my daughter, we owe you our lives. Do you always go to such great lengths to help people you don't even know?
Well, I'm glad you decided to do so today. You will always, always be welcome at the Van Farm. Stay as long as you like. This whole thing was like some terrible nightmare. It reminds me of the day I lost my husband so many years ago. I don't know if you can understand. I've moved on, but sometimes I still feel a little lonely.
William, a widower. I'm so sorry to hear that. Poor Rosalie, may the Eight bless her soul. Are you suggesting I...
Maybe I will pay the Nurins a visit. They appreciate the suggestion.
Go away! So far, all the crazy people and monsters have just ignored this house. If you keep knocking, they'll come and kill you. And then they'll break down the door and kill me! Safe? You really expect me to believe that? I saw those things. I saw what they did to the farmhands. There's no way I'm coming out there. I guess you're right. All right, I'll come out for a peek. And if it's clear, we can make a run for it. But you'd better protect me. Let's get going then!
I always forgive my enemies.
I'm not stopping here. Those things are too close. I'll meet you at the castle, Finis.
I'm glad that's over. We need to get back to Camlorn. See you around. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I've just been under a lot of stress with this whole situation. Here's something for your help. It's not much, but we have a long trip ahead of us. I'm sure you understand.
I'm relieved you were able to help the Vans. I'll be heading back to Pariah Abbey now. You should stop by sometime. I'll tell you everything you ever wanted to know about the Spirit Wardens.